The Prisoner's Dilemma is the classic parable of game theory, a beautifully simple yet brutally insightful tale of two criminals caught in the web of rational self-interest. At its heart, it's a story of two suspects, call them Alice and Bob, arrested for a crime and interrogated separately. The authorities don't have enough evidence to convict them on the main charge, so they offer each a devil's bargain. Betray the other and go free while your partner serves 10 years. If both betray, each gets 5 years. If both stay silent, they each get 1 year on a lesser charge. The authorities don't have enough evidence to convict them on the main charge, so they offer each a devil's bargain. Betray the other and go free while your partner serves 10 years. If both betray, each gets 5 years. If both stay silent, they each get 1 year on a lesser charge. Simple enough. But here's where it turns from a cop show plot twist into an eternal philosophical and strategic quandary. Each prisoner thinks, if my partner stays silent, I can walk free by betraying them. If my partner betrays me, then staying silent means I'll get 10 years. Better to betray 2 and only get 5, so each rational player defects, choosing betrayal. And yet, paradoxically, both end up worse off than if they had simply trusted each other. This is the great irony. Individually rational decisions can lead to collectively irrational outcomes. This elegant trap of logic and incentive appears far beyond the confines of fictional jails. In business, companies might maintain high prices and profit more if they cooperate, but the temptation to undercut competitors often leads them into price wars, shrinking profits for everyone. Think of Coke and Pepsi, both would gain from restraint, but the fear of being undercut forces both to act aggressively. In the world of business, companies often find themselves in intense price wars. These wars, aimed at undercutting competitors, ultimately lead to shrinking profits for everyone involved. It's a classic example of the prisoner's dilemma, where mutual cooperation would benefit all, but the fear of losing market share drives companies to lower prices relentlessly. In international relations, countries caught in an arms race or climate agreements face the same pressure. If one side cuts emissions or disarms while the other doesn't, they risk security or economic disadvantage. So even when mutual cooperation is clearly better for the planet or peace, mistrust and strategic caution pull them toward mutual harm. Even in relationships and social psychology, the dilemma rears its head. In a romantic partnership, for instance, both partners benefit from loyalty and transparency. But fear of being hurt can lead one to pull back or act selfishly, often prompting the other to do the same. It's the microdrama of emotional game theory, played out across millions of dinner tables. Emotional game theory plays a crucial role in understanding relationships and social psychology. It's fascinating how our decisions driven by emotions can impact our interactions and the dynamics within our social circles. What deepens the drama is when the game is played repeatedly. The iterated prisoner's dilemma. Suddenly the stakes shift. If you know you'll face your partner again and again, betrayal carries consequences beyond a single round. Strategies like tit for tat emerge, cooperate on the first move, then mimic your partner's last action. Of course, in real life, people aren't just coldly rational calculators. We have emotions, ethics, reputations, legal systems, all of which can nudge us toward cooperation. Mechanisms like binding agreements, reputation systems, think Uber ratings, third-party enforcement, and transparency are all tools designed to overcome the dilemma's cold logic. They're attempts to make cooperation not only possible, but preferable. So why does the prisoner's dilemma still matter? Because it captures, with chilling clarity, the tension between what's best for me now versus what's best for us in the long run. It's a blueprint for understanding everything from office politics to nuclear strategy. It's the reason we hesitate before trusting, the reason we sometimes betray, and the reason we try to build systems that make trust worthwhile. It teaches a brutal but essential lesson. Cooperation is fragile but possible, if we play the long game wisely.